Hello friends, it has been way too long. We are gonna do some upper body today and we're gonna catch up. It is bee day. We got the tools, we're headed out to the beehive and then we shall put the bees in the hive. Because I know I have been MIA for a while. Let's talk about what's going on. Let's talk about the end of off season. It is almost time for prep. And let's just talk about my new lift split. So let's start with what has been going on, where I've been, kind of why I've gone MIA off the internet for a bit while I do my work. So I have one set of banded dislocates. These are awesome for me because of my hypermobility, just getting that range of motion in and getting my proprioception aligned before my lift. So it's just been a busy, I would say, 6 to 8 weeks or so. Me and Jay finally went on a delayed honeymoon. He has really bad asthma, which is something I don't talk about a lot, but I want to start advocating for better because I have asthma as well, and it's just been one of those things that's really changed both of our lives for the past few years, and it's been rough, but finally we're making really big progress with his medications and breathing and just energy consistency across the board. So it was a super nice, much needed getaway for us. And starting from then, it's just like I wouldn't say took a step back from fitness, but where I've been in off season so long and just watching the beginning of the season go and being coach mode, I was like, I need a little mental reprieve. I've been really super on point and focused for almost a year now. And I was like, I need to give back a little into my home life and into my work life more than I have been, just before I go into another prep. And I think that's something a lot of people don't think about as they go into the season, is it's not just the sacrifice on your part, but the people around you and everything else that goes on in your life outside of bodybuilding that you need to be cognizant of before you get started on either your first prep or another prep, and making sure that you've done your due diligence in the world around you and the world inside of you before going into it. So that was kind of the, oh my goodness, Dumpling. Can you see her run off? Honey! Hold on. A quick visitor here. She hears the music playing and has to come up. So, that was the beginning of my hiatus there for a bit. Then traveled out to the Fit Show Forum, which is a seminar that Whitney Weiser puts on once or twice a year. Really fun event. Just got to help ladies with posing and just be a part of that environment. That was awesome. Then I followed that up with work travel for half a week, and then another trip for me and Jay again, just more bonding time in this short time frame. Just was a lot. And with all of that, I didn't feel the most on point, and I didn't feel inspired to talk about that, because as much as I acknowledge a lot of that is me not choosing to prepare in advance, that doesn't change it, and that doesn't make me want to talk about it, because I mean, I had every ability to, and I wasn't like super off, and like my weight maintained, and then between the trips, I got back on, would have a good rebound from it, and then just things get a little off, and it's just been a lot. It's been a lot, and I don't want to on one hand be like, oh, hardcore, all this, and then just live life a little. It's just a dichotomy I don't like, and I know some of that, yeah, it's real. I just want to be present in the moment, and trying to vlog through the work things and all of that. It's like I can't take out my video recording at a conference, so I just really kind of enjoyed that time. I've done a lot of business stuff on the side as well, and I've just been so focused on those projects for my business, my work, home, that content has kind of fallen to the wayside. And as much as I love sharing every bit of my journey on off season and on season, I just need a little gap to exist. So yeah, all in all, life's been good, just very full of all the activities, and I just kept starting vlogs and it just didn't feel authentic. It felt like I was trying to put something on it. I was like, I want to share what's going on, but I just don't feel enthused to, you know? So I found more of a mid-ground. I just wanted to talk about things, and I feel like things are starting to even out, and just this piece is washed over me as I'm ending this 1 year off season, and just wanted to talk about it. So I have been recording some of this between my first exercise. So it's time to do some lat pull downs. We'll get more, but we changed some of my rep ranges and my tempos to be more strength focused. I'll go into that a little bit more after. I'm gonna put my hair up and we'll do the set. All right, so that was hard, but that felt good. That was my top set. I matched the same weight as last time, but one more rep. And my second set of my weight. So I'm probably gonna do all of them at that weight next time, which is pretty heavy. It's 120 at current body weight of 135. So if I keep going up, I am soon going to float. But now I have those. I have rear flies. Then I think I have a mid-grip row, if I'm remembering this day correctly. And then I have, I think this is my day with my lateral raises to depth and my partials. So this really is strength-focused program right now. Dan is really big on tempo, and it's done wonders for my legs. Don't get me wrong. Changing up how I train legs has really grown my quads and glutes a lot. But for my upper body, it was kind of holding steady, and we'd been seeing the trends in Fit Model for really full shoulders. And I was like, okay, let's just do a little test. Because I had always told him I had just kind of YOLO shoulders and just did a lot of volume and just tried to go heavy. And I had always seen really good results from that in the past on them. Now, obviously my legs have never really had super impressive growth there. So I was like, I will try whatever with legs. That makes sense. That's where most of my limitations are. So really kind of trusting someone and actually giving it months to try out a new training style has paid off. And then now back to doing shoulders and trying to blow these bad boys up. I will say rear delts are probably the only thing I do not like training at like my home gym. They're really hard for me to connect with. It's one of those areas where I just don't have much stability. And me and my physical therapist probably spent about 2 months working on my shoulder control and just traction with my shoulder blade along the back side of my body. And so what we found out is me with a machine rear delt fly, I get full range of motion, full activation. Any other method is kind of a war. So I've been playing around with these every lift I have them, just trying to find different methods. Cable doesn't really work well. I can only engage from here to there. Once I hit here, it's all trap and rhomboid, and my shoulder blade wants to pull back. But on a machine, I can go all the way out, bent over. So far it's been 50-50. So I'm gonna try those now. I'm doing my best. Just understand, even experienced lifters, we all have lifts that are bad. And so if you're newer to the gym or newer to bodybuilding, don't feel discouraged if you're not there yet, because all of us have our weaknesses. So that was that. I'm using my bench to stabilize at my chest right now because it's helping me a little with knowing where my humerus and my shoulder blades are, but they still don't feel great. I'll say that. And a lot of people might say, oh, we'll go lighter, do less weight. If I do less weight, I feel nothing. And that's something a lot of people with hypermobility often struggle with. I found out through following other like creators online that do PT and physical therapy for people with hypermobility or HEDS or EDS, and HEDS is hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome or Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I can't say that word correctly. But watching people that have struggled with it, if they have no awareness of where their body is, sometimes bands and very lightweight can help. But where I'm a trained lifter, I need enough weight where I actually can feel muscle contract, but because if it's light, I don't get any muscle firing signals, and it tends to be all ligament. And that's why one thing I had said for so many years to trainers before is that I did not feel hip thrust. I did not feel hip thrust. I did not feel hip thrust. And I finally now feel hip thrust in my glutes. So if you think you have hypermobility or some other condition, find trained professionals and talk with people that have lived that experience and work on that body awareness, because it's really made such a big difference for me in my training and pain control. And just advocate for yourself as much as you can in that. All right, so next we have a pyramid set of lateral raises. I'm not gonna bore you to death. I have 5 sets, just increasing intensity each set. These are always one of my favorite things to do for shoulders. I think if you have your technique for lateral raises down and you kind of tap out on higher rep ranges, this is a super good way to just get it out and get a really good blood pump and blood flow to the shoulders. I used to run the rack, so if I was somewhere where they had incremental weights going up every 2.5 pounds, I would run the whole rack up and back. And it's just one of those things I really think that can help get a lot of growth to the shoulders. If you're someone that maybe you're capped out on weights, because you know, as women, you don't have unlimited progressive overload on weight alone. You're probably not, as a fit model or bikini or even wellness competitor, you're probably not going to be lateral raising 40s at any point. So you're going to hit a point eventually where you're capped out at weight for a certain rep range. So I just love pyramid sets to be able to intensify and really push growth. Okay, so laterals are done, partials are done. I didn't record those because I love partials for what they do for overload, but they don't look the prettiest, and we'll just leave that out. So I have a pretty good shoulder pump right now. I'm pretty happy with it. If I was leaner, it would look way cooler, but we love the off-season body. So we're gonna finish out with some front raises, and then we'll do some posing. So let's get into it.
This ain't the end. This ain't the end. Don't worry, baby. I understand. Don't worry, baby. You got a friend. Don't worry, baby. I'll hold your hand. Don't worry, baby.
All right, so I'm done lifting. I don't think I have shown the posing studio to YouTube. So we finished my little posing studio here in the garage. So we have this big mirror. It's actually not really a mirror. It's called a light mirror. And it's like this foil that they break. So it's super light and it won't break into pieces. But then I have my back pose mirror back up here. And then I painted the back black so that it would look like a good backdrop for any videos or anything. And I put in the floor. So, super happy with it. I mean, it's pretty basic, but it's awesome. And then Jay installed lights above it, so I have like a formal place to practice. So that is a wrap for today. A little bit of everything, a little bit of catching up. I plan to do vlogs soon, just catch up with you guys, more tips, and then we start prep in, I think it's a little over 3 weeks. So the like exciting to watch part is happening soon. Obviously, all the work is done primarily in off season, but I know everybody loves watching prep, so don't worry, I promise I'll be on point with talking to you all a bunch then. So I will catch up with you later. Today's officially the day I get my bees. Super pumped, super excited. Now, did I only find out about this 14 hours before they got here? Yes. Was I fully ready? I was. Our house was not. So, just to put that lightly. So, we have our caffeine. I just made some electrolytes. I need to go get bees. Because, of course, per the usual, I have not ate yet. And I just spilled a ghost all over myself. So yeah, I know I've been offline. Probably get into that. I don't know, nothing crazy, nothing bad. The internet has not been my focus. It should be. Also, I've been mouth taping, and so my mouth is dirty all the time. It's not good. It's not good, you guys. So yeah. Bro. It is bee day. We got the tools. We're headed out to the beehive, and then we shall put the bees in the hive. I will be honest, I have only eaten pineapple, and so we are not doing our best with bodybuilding, but we are being a good bee mom. And that is what matters today. So this is the bee spot. All of the area around it is going to be wildflowers, and then we're going to have a path going through to them so that they have a lot of things to eat. So we left that whole area unmowed so they have flowers, but Jay mowed this area so I can get out easily. But this is their little home.
You excited?
Yeah. I'm so excited. I need a knife. I need that.
Is it still on a 3 degree right there?
Okay. I don't think I was supposed to break that off. Will! But now that's under the lip. Oh, nope, stay in. I think the queen cage is at the bottom. That's less than ideal. I got it. This is crazy. Come off. No more. This is the queen. She's in there. We have bees everywhere. Okay, don't ask. I figured out how to get a rubber band on, so we're putting on the little nails to hang her. Look at all the bees. Okay. Jay's coming back. Oh, don't we have any on the bottom? I'm sorry. No squish bees. Look at. Little more room. She's hung.
Huh?
She's hung. Okay. So now it says you want to like tap the bees to one side. Bro. Then we remove the lid. And come on out. Bro, this is crazy. Come on. Come on out. Dude, this is insane. There's a lot more.
I see that. How do you get them out?
That's a really good question. Maybe I didn't tap them out hard enough. No crush bees, please. I don't want to crush any. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, it says for swarms.
Oh, okay.
For packages, spray with sugar water.
Yeah.
Shake them into the high box and place the remaining package at the entrance.
Okay. There we go.
I don't know if you spray with sugar water.
So the queen is in. So, time to feed. What? Yeah, no, I just gotta get, there we go. And then I gotta